What up? Cards of Cannabis, Season 1, Episode 2. Coming at you live, sponsored by Excess Sport. Available at efit.space. Check them out. Got great products. All the energy, none of the sugar. Phenomenal product line. We're also sponsored by Perfect Blast. Check them out on the gram. Perfect Blast 1 for your infused beverages. Let's dive in. Got some cards back from getting graded. You say, what's that all about? Well, let's try to fill some of you in that may not be necessarily understanding what that means. When you go and you buy packs of cards and you rip out the wrapping and see what's inside, that's what we refer to as raw cards, meaning they just came out the egg. You know what I'm saying? Just been hatched. And sometimes we want to get a consensus on what a value of a card is. And the cool thing is you can send your cards away. They will get graded and inspected. There's some parameters around grading. They're going to look at certain things like the corners of the cards to make sure they're nice and crisp and intact, that the card hasn't been mangled and bangled and all sorts of stuff. They're going to look at the surface to make sure that your cat didn't scratch the crap out of it. Maybe you got mad at your favorite player and bent that card in half. I don't know. Act like maybe you put it in your bike spokes. I've heard stories of we were kids and we put the cards in our spokes of our bike and it made the click, 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 click noise. Bet you wish you had that Mickey Mantle back. All sorts of reasons. You got the surface, the corners they're looking at. They're looking at is the card centered from manufacturing? Did they get it right? They're looking at all sorts of different things. What's the other thing? The centering, the corners, the edges, and something else. I don't know. I could get up and go get one of the cards and show you, but I'm not. Because this card that I just got back was graded by PSA. PSA. Say, what's another advantage to getting your card graded? All right, well, it's going to show me a number on the card, and it's going to give me an idea against the rest of the cards where this card stands, because this card here is a Tom Brady. It happens to be numbered here 34 out of 49. So there's only 49 of these cards that were printed in the 2013 Panini Momentum set. And this card here has a unique feature because it's what's called a patch card. It's got a piece of game-worn material from Tom Brady. And so I was looking this one up, seeing the corners were sharp. The surface was looking good on the front. The surface was looking good on the back. The corners were tight. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank, man. This face on fire got me forgetting what the fourth grading point is, but it doesn't matter because this card came back a 9. If you guys are looking at it and it's backwards, no, that's not 6, that's 9. Leave it at that. Don't explore into that. 9 is good. So you're going to get graded on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest grade, and then if you send this to another grading company called BGS, Beckett's company of grading, they may put a black label on it. And nonetheless, a 10 is the highest grade you're going to get from any of the grading companies. I like PSA just because PSA's got a really good inventory of cards. They're reputable. They're not the oldest. They're not the newest. But everybody seems to put a high precedence on PSA's cards when they come back 8, 9, and 10. So this came back a 9, and that's really cool for me. So I'm happy with that grade. I'm happy with my selection of the card, and I'm also happy with the performance of the asset, Tom Brady. We can't deny that in his sport, at his position, he's what's called as the GOAT, right? And I don't see anybody ever ellipsing what Tom Brady has done in terms of the amount of championship rings that he has been in command of as quarterback of his teams. He got the 6th with the guys up north. He got the 7th with the other guys that he played with down south. And now he's out on broadcast. So it was nice timing to get that back. Right before Tom starts his new chapter of hosting. I forget who he's hosting for, but I know he's hosting. His face on fire is Bob. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. We're going to pull up the statistics on the face on fire just to let you know. But grading. What are some other advantages to grading? Well, I heard this morning, I was watching some stuff on the tube, and saw that these guys showed up to this shop and it was closed on them, and for some odd reason they decided to make their way through the door even though it was locked. And then they got in and saw that nobody was there and just felt that they had the right to start taking stuff out of cases that were closed, but that method that they used to get through the door, they used to get through the cases. And needless to say, they walked away with some cards. Listen, what's really disheartening is the fact that they probably cased the joint, because the cards that they took, they kind of looked like they knew what they were going after. But needless to say, those cards were graded. Now, see, what's cool is that gives you not only a numerical value, but it also gives you an ID, a ledger, where this card and those cards that were graded are put in what's called a population report. And those cards, at least I noticed when I went and looked at this Tom Brady on PSA's app, so it could scan the barcode and I could see, oh, there's only 3 of these cards graded. And, oh, there's only one that has a value associated higher than the one they gave me. But with that picture, what it does is it gives the ability, if that card were to get taken out of this case, sent to a competitor, it's all over the street. Everybody now knows it's in PSA's database. So when that card comes up and they're looking at it and they're saying, oh, this got graded, and then this sucker gets his card back and he puts it on eBay trying to sell, and that guy that just got robbed and he lost his Mickey Mantle, he's like, that looks like my Mickey Mantle. And he'll go back to his PSA catalog, look at the card, oh, that top right corner was bent. That top right corner was bent. Ironically, in the same place. We got a problem, Houston. It's going to be difficult. You guys don't get it. You think you're getting away with something, brother. And then plus the fact that it's out and about. So it's like everybody in the industry knows. I highly discourage people from thinking that they're going to get a 5-finger special and get away with it. What goes around comes around. I don't know. You listen to Bob Marley and you subscribe to Jah. You go to church on Sundays. You subscribe to the good Lord Jesus. I mean, or if you just have a conscience about you as a human being, like, let's keep the hobby pure, man. I really am excited, re-engaging. I told you what happened in the last video from back in the day and how we got to today. And it's like, I see the value in it. See, I just went to my local card shop to send my cards out to get submitted yesterday. Picked up the one that I previously sent out, but my local card shop's great. Support your local card shop, right? Support your local sports nutrition people. Support your local cannabis people, you know. The country needs support right now, and the best way we can support each other is to help people out. But the card shop that I like to go to is Wheelhouse Cards. They're not close, but they're that good. It's worth it for me to take a trip and get over there. You know, they got a great atmosphere. They're very community-oriented. That's good stuff. That's what we need. We need peace and love coming through the community. And PSA shows some peace and love with a proper grade. I get it. It's not a 10, maybe to them, but 9 is going to carry some weight. So that means that the investment I made in that card, raw, is now going to come back when it's time for me to separate myself from this piece of history, iconic history. We're going over the strand of the day, by the way, and it is Face on Fire. And I'm telling you what, when I picked this up, they said, this may cause your face to feel a little tingly, blah, blah, blah. It's good. It smokes really nice. I dig it. Listen, Face on Fire is a hybrid, according to Leafly, right? We always got to get the data. You want to know what's going in, what's going down. 25% THC. That's pretty good. That's getting up there. The CBD, 0. Okay. So we're not doing any of that. It's telling me it's going to help me stay focused, relax, get a little creative. So I don't know, man. Maybe I might start drawing something later on. We'll see. Unfortunately, though, it does say that I will suffer from dry eyes, and we always go jump in the pool, take a swim. We could always use our Visine. We can get rid of that. We could just wear the shades and no one will know. But you, dry mouth, listen, Perfect Blast, infused purified water. That's going to satisfy that. Dizzy, you may not want to, if you get dizzy from stuff, you may not be the strand for you. I always like not being dizzy. But it helps with stress, depression, and pain. You know, today's Monday, today's big chest day, right at the gym, you over there hitting it, bah, bah, bah. And definitely is an assistance on the flip side and the recovery side for me personally. But check out your indica dominant Face on Fire strand. It had real nice looking buds. I mean, big old buds. You know, them big joints, you get all up in it. You know, see the joint don't focus, but y'all can't see the little trichomes popping out there, little terpenes. We had a great night last night. We were smoking some moon rocks out of the bong. You could see all that resin bubbling. Man, I don't know, the things you get excited for. I mean, but at the end of the day, we had a great time. You know, that's why I've always been a strong supporter of cannabis, because, I mean, the worst thing that happened last night is we hit the refrigerator and did some serious damage, tore apart a couple pizzas like the Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know, and then we all went our ways and we woke up this morning feeling great. So definitely love that aspect of things. But cards, graded, love it. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Got a number 9, love it. Face on Fire, love it. And I love bringing this to you. But remember that grading cards, man, it's not just about value, and it's not just about taking this from a $50 purchase to a $150 value. And it's all about keeping the community pure and helping brothers out in need if things may got away from them, or help them track something down. Like I'm trying to track down an old car that I had, my old 1972 Camaro. And you know what? How do I track it? With the old VIN number. I can go see the car was registered in my name. I can find the VIN number, maybe hunt it down, find out where the last owner was, what happened to it. You got a VIN number right here. Track it down. Show some support, show some love. One love. We'll catch you on the next episode. Holla!